Suga of BTS facing difficulties in the draft, a closer look at his journey through military service. Suga, the talented rapper and producer of global sensation BTS, has recently made headlines not for topping charts, but for his experience with South Korea's mandatory military service. While enlistment is a duty all able-bodied South Korean men must fulfill, Suga's path has taken a unique and challenging turn. In 2023, Suga began his service not as an active duty soldier but as a public service worker, a decision influenced by long-standing health issues, including a shoulder surgery he underwent in 2020. Despite the change in assignment, recent reports suggest Suga has been facing unexpected difficulties adapting to the rigid structure of military life. Sources close to the artist note that the contrast between his former lifestyle, filled with artistic freedom, global travel, and creative expression, and the highly disciplined environment of the draft has been a tough adjustment. While fans admire his quiet strength and humility, insiders reveal that the transition has taken a toll on his mental and emotional well-being. Furthermore, the absence of music, one of Suga's primary emotional outlets, adds to the challenge. Known for channeling his struggles and reflections into his lyrics, the lack of creative expression during service has left a noticeable void. However, supporters remain hopeful that this period will ultimately enrich his artistry, offering new layers of depth to his future work. The story of Suga's enlistment shines a light on the complexities idols face when navigating national duty amidst fame. It's a reminder that even global stars are not exempt from personal trials. As Suga continues his service, fans worldwide stand by him, anticipating not only his safe return but the evolution of an artist who has always turned hardship into harmony. A cultural balancing act. Suga's military service has also sparked broader conversations about the intersection of national duty and international fame. BTS, often regarded as South Korea's cultural ambassadors, have brought global attention to the country's music and values. Yet, even with their unprecedented impact on the global stage, the members are not granted exemptions from enlistment, something that has stirred debate both domestically and internationally. In Suga's case, the discussion has intensified due to the nature of his alternative service. While some critics argue that public service duty is less demanding, others point to his prior health issues and the toll of years of non-stop performing. The Ministry of National Defense has reiterated its stance on fairness, emphasizing that all decisions are made based on medical and legal criteria. The Army stays loyal despite the challenges. Suga's loyal fanbase, known as ARMY, continues to express unwavering support. Social media platforms are filled with messages of encouragement, fan art, and campaigns counting down the days until his return. Many fans have also taken this time to revisit Suga's past works, finding new meaning in his introspective lyrics and emotional honesty. Interestingly, fellow BTS members have also shared words of solidarity. In recent public letters and live streams, they've expressed pride in Suga's resilience and shared their own thoughts on what it means to fulfill this duty as global icons. Their bond, both as bandmates and brothers, remains a source of strength and inspiration. Looking ahead, while the exact details of Suga's challenges remain mostly private, one thing is clear: this chapter will shape the artist and man he becomes. Whether it deepens his lyrical depth or shifts his perspective on fame and responsibility, fans and critics alike are watching closely. Suga is expected to complete his service by 2025. Until then, the world waits, not just for his return, but for the inevitable musical masterpiece that may emerge from this transformative experience. As always, Min Jung-hee turns struggle into sound and silence into symphony. A personal journey beyond the stage for Suga, also known by his real name Min Jung-hee. This period marks more than just a civic obligation. It's a rare moment of personal reflection. Throughout his career, Suga has been candid about his battles with depression, anxiety, and the pressures of fame. In interviews and lyrics alike, he's never shied away from confronting vulnerability, making him one of the most relatable and respected figures in the industry. Military service, stripped of glamour and spotlight, forces even the most public figures into introspection. Close acquaintances suggest that Suga has embraced the solitude as a time to mentally reset. While the rigid structure may contrast with his creative freedom, it also offers a type of stability and simplicity that is rare in an idol's life. Some speculate that Suga has kept a private journal during his service, a common practice among conscripts, to process his thoughts and experiences. If true, fans can only imagine the raw and powerful lyrics that may come from these entries once he returns to music. BTS in transition. Suga's enlistment comes during a transitional phase for BTS, with all 7 members pursuing individual paths while fulfilling their military duties. This pause in group activities has not diminished their impact. If anything, it has highlighted their individual strengths. Suga's ongoing experience is symbolic of the larger narrative of growth, change, and perseverance that defines BTS. Even while serving, Suga's presence is felt. Pre-recorded content, including interviews and music releases, continues to keep fans connected to him. The group's management company, HYBE, has been careful to honor each member's military journey while maintaining BTS's legacy through strategic releases and storytelling. Legacy in the making. When Suga finally returns, it won't just be a comeback, it will be a homecoming. Fans, critics, and the music industry alike are anticipating how this phase of his life will influence his evolution as a producer, rapper, and human being. His time away may be quiet, but it's far from inactive. This silence is merely the calm before a new creative storm. As Suga walks the line between national duty and personal growth, he exemplifies a rare form of artistry, one that evolves not just with fame, but with life itself. And when he returns, it won't just be BTS that's stronger, it will be an even more profound, thoughtful, and inspired Minjungi. Resonance beyond borders. Suga's journey also holds a mirror to the experiences of many young people navigating responsibility, identity, and personal challenges in a world that rarely pauses. Though his platform is global and his fame immense, the emotions he grapples with, fear of change, loss of direction, and the pressure to meet expectations, are universally human. That connection is what has always set Suga apart. From underground rapper in Taegu to a worldwide icon and now a serviceman, his path reflects the duality he often raps about: vulnerability and strength, solitude and connection, silence and sound. The difficulty in the draft isn't just logistical, it's emotional, psychological, and deeply transformative. But it's within that transformation that Suga's greatest potential may lie. A message to ARMY to his fans: Suga's quiet absence feels like a void, but it also deepens the appreciation for his past work and anticipation for what's to come. ARMY has always been more than a fandom, it's a global community shaped by empathy, creativity, and unwavering loyalty. In many ways, they are walking through this chapter with him, not physically but emotionally and spiritually. Through fan-led charity projects, online tributes, and global streaming events, ARMY continues to carry the torch while Suga fulfills his service. And when he returns, he'll be welcomed not just with cheers but with understanding, because his growth has become their shared journey. A pause, not an end. Suga's difficulties during the draft are not signs of weakness, they're markers of humanity. They remind us that even the most celebrated figures face unseen battles. But true to his character, Suga endures, not for applause, but for purpose, and when he steps back into the spotlight, it won't just be to perform. It will be to tell a story only he could live. One shaped by silence, service, and the enduring sound of resilience.